We're now going to launch into some examples here, and we're going to be using both techniques that we've learned so far. So that is by inspection and by the method. So let's read this and see how we go. Find the equation for the image of the curve with the equation y is equal to f of x, where f of x is equal to 1 over x under a translation 3 units in the positive direction of the x-axis and 2 units in the negative direction of the y-axis. Okay, let's first go through the easier way to do this. And this is always where I would go to first, and that is by inspection. So how can I answer this by inspection? So this should take you only a few seconds to do this. If I've got f of x is equal to 1 on x, and I've got a translation of 3 units in the positive in the positive direction of the x-axis, that means I'm going to get 1 over x minus 3. Remember, because it's positive, you've got to change the sign because it's a movement in the x-axis. And then I've got 2 units in the negative direction of the y-axis. I don't have to change the sign here. Just like that, I'm done. 1 over x minus 3 minus 2. That's it. That's how easy it is to do it. So we can highlight it just like that. Something like this should really take you only a few seconds to answer. But I'm going to use this simple example here as an opportunity to go through the by the method technique, because this is going to be a technique that's going to be very useful in future lessons when things become more complicated. Okay, so remember how to do it by the method. How do we do this? The first thing I'm going to do is say, well, I've got some point and I'm going to my new point, x dash y dash. So I've got this old point, and I know that this new point is going to be 3 units in the positive x direction. So my x dash is going to be x plus 3, and my y dash is going to be 2 units in the negative y direction, so y minus 2. Once I've done this, I then am going to equate, meaning I'm going to say x dash is equal to x plus 3, and y dash is equal to y minus 2. Y dash is equal to y minus 2. Then I'm going to solve for x and y. So that means x dash minus 3 is equal to x, and y dash plus 2 is equal to y. Once I've got these, which are very important, I'm going to remind myself what my original graph was. It's 1 over x. I'm now going to sub in my relevant points. So into the y spot, I'm going to put y is equal to y dash minus 2. So y dash plus 2 is my y, and then my x is x dash minus 3. X dash minus 3. Now I'm going to solve for y and drop the dashes. So that means I'm going to get y is equal to 1 over x minus 3 minus 2. And just like that, once I highlight here, I have my answer. And as you can see, it's the same as what we got above. So 1 over x minus 3 minus 2. I think you'd be a bit crazy to do it by the method for such an easy example. But knowing how to do it by the method is very important for when things get more complicated. But hopefully you were successful in this first example here.